They do 5 to 6 kilos per day.
Beautiful looking gold. You found a nice little spot here. This is pretty damn cool. Prospecting Guyana style.
Yeah.
It's a model that I would love to replicate someday.
The Salinas Gold Mine boasts a vast reserve of 3 million ounces of gold, having already produced 1.2 million ounces, valued at over $2 billion. Known for producing gold bars of 99.9% purity, this mine attracts industry giants like Parker Schnabel. Drawn to its riches, Parker and his crew ventured to Pocone, a region notorious for its harsh mining challenges. Yet, what hidden costs lie beneath these lucrative extractions? Join us as we delve into the darker side of mining in Pocone, where each glittering ounce of gold carries a deeper story, from molten rock to gold veins. Thousands of years ago, what is now the town of Pocone was shaped by dramatic changes in the earth. A tectonic shift caused the land to fold over itself, creating large cracks deep underground. These cracks became pathways for molten rock carrying gold, which eventually cooled and crystallized into quartz veins filled with gold. These veins are surprisingly close to the surface, making them easier to access. Today, this area is home to over 30 active gold mines, worth billions of dollars. Among them, the Salinas Gold Mine stands out. It covers 1,200 acres and provides jobs for more than 600 people, playing a key role in the local economy. During a visit to the Salinas mine, Parker met Ney, an experienced professional in Brazil's gold mining industry. Ney mentioned that the mine had been in operation for 20 years. He started his career in gold mining at a young age, just like Parker.
Age of 19, Ney started selling mining equipment in a store to provide for his young family. His love of gold mining led him deep into the jungle in the state of Para.
At 19, Ney began by selling mining equipment to support his family. His dedication to the industry eventually led him to the deep jungles of Para, a region filled with dangers. But this wasn't the worst part. In the jungles, Ney faced many life-threatening situations and even contracted malaria 51 times, which drastically reduced his weight to just 55 kilograms. Despite these severe challenges, Ney's determination brought him back to Pocone at 32, where he achieved his first major success in gold mining. Initially, he and his team expected to find 300,000 ounces of gold, but they were amazed to discover 1,200,000 ounces instead. This find, now valued at around $2.4 billion, established Ney as a prominent figure in the local gold mining community. In 2015, Ney reached a significant point in his career when he took control of the Salinas mine, further strengthening his influence in the region. As Parker toured the mine, he was amazed by the complex process of gold extraction and the vast scale of the operations. Ney pointed out the visible gold streaks in the quartz, emphasizing the richness of the deposit. In Pocone, there's an incredible geological feature, a massive 55-mile-long gold vein that cuts through Ney's land. This vein is a major reason why the area is so important for gold mining. But this isn't the only interesting thing here. Surrounding this main vein
That's the highest grade.
Yeah, the
Yeah, it's
high
high
grade.
grade.
Yeah.
are many smaller ones, each about 6 feet wide, branching out like the ribs of a spine and spreading gold throughout the area. These features make Pocone unique compared to other hard rock mining areas, where getting gold usually requires a lot of blasting. The ground in Pocone is made of loose sedimentary rock, which is much softer than the hard rock found in most mining areas. This softer rock allows miners to use heavy machinery to dig through the ground easily. This method not only speeds up the mining process, but also makes it safer for the workers. Because of these conditions, Pocone has become a key player in the global gold mining industry. But this wasn't the only thing that makes Pocone stand out. Where these veins intersect, the amount of gold is at its highest, creating the best quality ore. Initially, it was thought that this rich zone covered just 3 kilometers, but further exploration has shown that it actually extends over 10 kilometers. In this area, mining operations have uncovered a huge reserve of 3 million cubic ounces of gold. Every day, the mine processes an astonishing 11,000 tons of material. One of the most impressive things about mining in Pocone is how cost-effective it is. The unique makeup of the ground means that miners don't need to use blasting. which is common and costly in other areas with hard rock. Instead, the soft sedimentary rock can be easily removed with machines, which saves money and speeds up the entire process. During a visit to the Pocone mine, Parker and his team saw how efficient the operations are. The mine uses an open pit approach, which works well here because the rock is soft enough to be easily dug out by excavators, but still strong enough to keep the walls of the mine stable. This balance of conditions improves mining safety and efficiency, cutting down on costs and increasing productivity. But even this wasn't the end of what makes Pocone special. This mine shows what can happen when geological conditions are perfect for mining, making the process both easier and more economical. This combination of favorable traits has put Pocone at the forefront of modern gold mining, showing how new methods and good conditions can change the industry. Ney and the team are also working on a new system to make gold extraction even better using these favorable geological conditions. This new system is expected to greatly improve the capacity and technology used in the mine, further boosting Pocone's status in the mining world. The focus of this system is on getting the most gold in the most efficient way possible, showcasing a new approach that could set standards for the mining industry globally. Through these advancements, Pocone not only shines as an example of modern mining success, but also leads the way for future innovations in the field.
This is the biggest one in terms of process capacity, also the most modern one.
As Parker marveled at the gold streaks, a major change was about to transform the mining operations: cyanide's role in modern gold mining. The team has shifted from using mercury to cyanide for extracting gold. This change was made to improve both the safety of the environment and the efficiency of the mining process. While cyanide can be dangerous if not handled properly, Ney's team uses it carefully to minimize any risks, focusing on its benefits in gold mining. The new process starts in Ney's specially designed cyanide plant. Here, the gold-bearing ore, often called pay dirt, goes through a thorough filtration process. The ore is crushed and ground into a fine powder using a series of crushers and trommels. This step is essential because it prepares the ore for the next phase of gold extraction. Once the ore is finely ground, it is placed into a vat filled with cyanide. The cyanide reacts with the tiny particles of rock, breaking them down further and releasing the gold in a form that can be dissolved. This step is crucial for efficiently separating the gold from the rest of the material. The next phase involves recovering the dissolved gold using an electrified steel sponge. This sponge acts like a magnet, attracting the gold particles thanks to its electric charge. The gold is then collected and later refined. This innovative method not only makes gold recovery more efficient, but also reduces the environmental impact. By eliminating the use of mercury, the process significantly lowers the release of toxic substances into the environment. But this wasn't the only important change. The adoption of this advanced cyanide technique at Pocone represents a big step forward in sustainable and efficient mining. By integrating modern technology and environmentally friendly methods, Ney's team is setting new standards in the mining industry. When it comes to costs, Ney explained that the modern milling operations cost about $15 million. This high expense reflects the advanced technology and machinery required for the process. However, this investment is well justified by the need for safer and more effective methods, especially the shift to cyanide. Previously, the use of mercury achieved a 90% recovery rate, which was effective, but came with serious environmental and health risks. Switching to cyanide has increased the recovery rate to an impressive 98%, showing the clear benefits of modernizing the mining operations. But the cost wasn't the only challenge. Ney's plant now not only increases gold recovery, but also supports environmental sustainability. The $15 million investment in new technology and safer chemical processes shows a strong commitment to boosting productivity while protecting the environment.
Does he know what their recovery rate was before when they were using mercury and what it is now with this system?
The improved recovery rate means more gold is extracted from the same amount of ore, which enhances the mine's output and profitability. This change is a model for the industry, demonstrating how technological advances can lead to both economic and environmental improvements. When Nye's team made the switch to cyanide, they quickly saw the benefits. Although the initial investment was significant, it was justified by the 8% increase in gold recovery. Nye noted that the biggest challenge wasn't just the financial investment, but getting everyone on board with the new methods. Introducing new techniques takes time and requires educating the workforce so that everyone understands and accepts the new approach. Nye stressed that adopting cyanide was a major learning curve. It wasn't just about spending money. It also required a big effort in educating the team to fully embrace and optimize the new system. This transition marks a crucial shift in mining practices, focusing on both efficiency and caring for the environment. Despite some initial challenges, Nye emphasized that switching to cyanide was a crucial turning point for their mining operations. The improvements in efficiency and environmental safety made the initial cost worthwhile. Parker was impressed by the setup and mentioned he might use similar practices in his future projects. His time at the site was a valuable learning experience. After the cyanide treatment, the gold is heated to over 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit, turning it into a liquid. This step is essential for further refining. Parker and his team were amazed as they watched the molten gold being poured into molds. Within moments, the molds were tilted, and the gold bars were cooled in water, turning into solid bars with 99.9% purity. Each bar weighed about 2 kilograms and 840 grams. But this wasn't the end of the process. Nye shared that his operation produces about 5 to 6 kilograms of gold daily. Each 45-ounce bar is worth around $90,000, meaning Nye's mine produces up to 4 bars a day, generating over $250,000 daily and about $90 million annually. This output is far greater than what Parker achieves at his Yukon claim, showing just how profitable and large-scale Nye's operation is. The entire mining setup is valued at an impressive $400 million, highlighting its success and future potential. Seeing the opportunity, Nye offered Parker a partnership, suggesting that Parker could invest capital while they both shared the expertise and profits. Parker, clearly impressed by the robustness of hard rock gold mining, showed great interest in joining such a large-scale operation. But Parker's interest in mining isn't new. His passion for gold mining has been evident throughout his career. Starting in the Klondike, where he secured over $7 million worth of gold, Parker has built a strong reputation. His journey has taken him across the globe, from the dangerous jungles of Guyana to the gold-rich fields of Papua New Guinea and Australia, each with its own set of challenges and successes. In Guyana, despite facing dangerous wildlife and tough conditions, Parker managed to extract significant amounts of gold. His venture into Papua New Guinea required navigating thick jungles and handling local disputes, yet he still found gold. However, mining isn't always easy. In South America, Parker and his crew faced numerous difficulties, including injuries and equipment failures. One particularly tense moment was when a near-fatal landslide threatened their entire operation. Nye's offer to join the lucrative Brazilian mining operation could be a new and exciting chapter for Parker. It presents a chance for him to use all the knowledge and experience he's gathered over the years on an even bigger scale. This potential partnership could take Parker's career to new heights, blending adventure with sharp business sense, which is what makes the world of gold mining so fascinating. With a new method in place, Parker now focused on the rich gold opportunities in Australia. The gold fields of Australia. When Parker arrived in Australia, things started to take a turn for the better. He teamed up with Tyler Mahoney, a gold miner with a rich family history in the trade, going back 4 generations. This partnership was a game changer. Together, they explored Australia's vast gold fields, discovering significant gold deposits that boosted Parker's reserves. This successful collaboration not only brought in a lot of gold, but also got Parker thinking seriously about expanding his operations to Australia for the long term. But this wasn't the only big moment in Parker's journey. Back in 2018, Parker faced a tough personal challenge. He had a falling out with Rick Ness, who had been one of his closest allies on the show, Gold Rush.
You annoyed? A little bit that you don't have a vest on.
A little bit that you don't have a vest on, really?
Rick had been a vital part of Parker's team since 2012, helping them achieve a lot of success in gold mining. However, as time went on, they started to clash over how the mining operations should be run. The tension between Parker and Rick grew as they disagreed on important decisions. Rick felt that some of Parker's choices weren't in the best interest of their success. Parker, known for being a strong leader with high standards, saw things differently. These disagreements led to frequent arguments, many of which were captured on the reality show. The pressure of gold mining, combined with the stress of being on TV, made the situation even worse. Their relationship finally broke down when Rick decided to leave Parker's crew, a moment that was highly dramatized on the show. Even after leaving, Rick didn't give up on mining. He started his own operation, which also became part of Gold Rush, showing his efforts to build a successful venture on his own. But this wasn't the end of the story for either of them. Both Parker and Rick have shared their views on what happened. Parker has talked about the difficulties of leading a team in such stressful conditions and the challenges of making decisions that everyone agrees with. Rick, on the other hand, has explained why he left, saying that he needed to carve out his own path in the mining world. Despite their public fallout, both have continued to find success in their mining careers. Parker's passion for mining comes from his grandfather, John Schnabel, who was a well-respected figure in the gold mining community. Parker grew up learning from his grandfather, and this early influence sparked his love for mining. At just 16 years old, Parker took over the family's Big Nugget mine, showing that he was capable and ambitious, even at a young age. His journey from a young novice to an experienced professional has been a central story on Gold Rush, showcasing how important teamwork has been to his success. Throughout the series, Parker has worked with key team members like Rick Ness, who was once his foreman, and later, people like Fred Lewis, a former Special Forces medic, and Danny Etheridge, a cameraman and close friend. Gold Rush, Parker's Trail, a spin-off show, follows Parker as he explores new places around the world in search of gold. Now in its 6th season, this show captures Parker's adventures and the unique challenges he faces along the way. But this wasn't the most challenging part of Parker's journey. From the freezing cold of the Klondike to the intense jungles of South America, Parker's relentless pursuit of gold has taken him to some of the most extreme environments on the planet. In Guyana, for instance, Parker and his team had to deal with dangerous wildlife like alligators, jaguars, and venomous snakes. In Papua New Guinea, they navigated local disputes and treacherous terrains. These experiences show just how committed Parker is to his work and how adaptable he has become in facing whatever challenges come his way. Every season brings new challenges, but Parker Schnabel never gives up. His success isn't just about his own hard work, it's also about the strong team he has around him. Tyler Mahoney, with her deep knowledge of Australia's goldfields, has been a key part of their success in that region. Fred Lewis, who has a background in the military and medicine, makes sure the team stays safe and works efficiently. Meanwhile, Danny Etheridge, the cameraman, captures all the highs and lows, showing the audience the real-life struggles and triumphs of gold mining. Technology plays a big role in Parker's mining operations. By using modern equipment, like advanced sluices and powerful excavators, he has greatly improved their ability to find and extract gold. In Australia, Parker adopted dry mining technology, which has worked really well. This shows how he's always ready to try new methods.
Gold! What do you reckon, guys?
Yeah, that's
You're looking good.
Yeah.
Setting himself apart from traditional miners, who might be slower to change. But this wasn't the only challenge Parker faced. Beyond what we see on Gold Rush, Parker is also involved in giving back. He uses his fame to raise awareness about environmental issues and supports efforts to make mining more sustainable. His commitment to responsible mining and protecting the environment shows that he cares not just about success in the industry, but also about making a positive impact on the world. Parker's personal life is also something people are curious about. Lately, he's been more open about what goes on in his life outside of mining. Known for working incredibly hard, Parker balances long hours at mining sites with his personal interests. Even with his demanding schedule, he stays close to his family and friends, and often shares moments from his life on social media. This gives fans a peek into his world beyond gold mining. Parker loves adventure, and his social media reflects that. Whether he's hiking in Alaska or just enjoying some downtime, his posts show his deep love for the outdoors. This passion for nature fits well with his adventurous career in mining, where he's constantly exploring and facing new challenges. When it comes to relationships, Parker tends to keep things private. He's been linked to a few people over the years, but usually keeps his romantic life out of the public eye. This helps him maintain some privacy and balance in his life, even though he's in the spotlight because of his successful career. Family is really important to Parker. He often talks about how much his grandfather, John Schnabel, influenced him. John not only introduced Parker to mining, but also taught him to love the industry deeply. Parker's respect for his grandfather is clear in how dedicated he is to carrying on the family's mining legacy. Parker isn't just thinking about his current success. He has big plans for the future. He wants to build a mining empire that stretches across different continents. His interest in expanding operations to Australia shows he's serious about finding new opportunities and taking advantage of the region's rich gold deposits. This potential expansion reflects Parker's long-term vision and his drive to grow his mining business even more. But this isn't the end of Parker's ambitions. As he continues to explore new areas and push the limits of what's possible in mining, he sets a high bar for future miners. His journey shows that with determination, innovation, and a strong team, you can achieve great things, even in the toughest situations. Parker's recent achievements, like running a $400 million mine that produces gold bars with 99.9% purity, prove his skill and determination. As he keeps moving forward, there's no doubt that Parker will stay a leading figure in the gold mining world, inspiring others and shaping the future of the industry for years to come. Do you think Parker's focus on environmental sustainability is genuine or just for public image? Leave your comments below and don't forget to subscribe for more insights.